When it comes to how to ask for the sale, the question is never how to ask for the sale in a high ticket sales conversation or how to ask for the sale in your coaching business. That's skipping many steps. We begin with midwifing our gifts and identifying who those gifts are for. It begins when we decide who we're here to work with and what our assignment is. What is this thing that we are partnering with God, our source, in and through us, to do in and through us, using us as the vessel? What is on the other side of our obedience when we remember who we are and do the work that we're here to do? So instead of asking for the sale, let's put our lens on the client, on the people that we're here to serve, on the gifts for those people, and package them in a way that supports them to see themselves in the outcome and results of that high ticket coaching package. And once we have that, let's identify exactly specifically who that person is so that we create messaging that supports that specific client to raise her hand when she hears your podcast, when she sees your YouTube video, when she reads the email you send out to your email family, when she sees you on social media or sees the IG reels you've posted today, and she says to herself, oh my God, where has Mimi been all my life? Where has Julie been all my life? I feel like Susan is in my head. She's speaking directly to me. That message was meant for me. That is how you ask for the sale. And how does your potential client say that to herself? How does she feel like you see her, you recognize her, you know her, you hold in space, how you're listening to her? It's understanding at the deepest 12-foot deep level who you're here to serve. Understanding who she is, what she wants, and what triggers her to want the thing, the outcome and result. What triggers her to want that outcome or result? What is the context and the depth of the problem, the opportunity, the desire, or the challenge? And why is the outcome or result that you are selling important to her? What matters the most to her about that outcome or result? What does she care about the most about that outcome or result? What does she value the most about having that outcome or result in her life, in her business, in her relationship, on her career, on her confidence, on her mindset, on her money, on how many K months she wants to make every month in her business, on her parenting? And what does she value the most about the effect and the impact of working with you and the lifetime value for the next 5, 10, 15 years when she gets that outcome or result? How does she believe that her life is going to change simply because she has this outcome or result? And what has she made this outcome, not having this outcome or result yet, mean for her, mean about her, mean to her? And what does she know is different about your outcome and result compared to everything else she's tried to lose the weight, to have the baby, to get married, to have a sustainable, happy marriage, to get along with her children, to be a better parent, to have more confidence in herself, to make $1 million months, to make $1 million years, to show up visible in her business for herself and her life, to trust God more? How is what you are doing so different? How does she perceive that difference? And do you understand the way she sees the world and how her problem fits into the world? And from your messaging, is she able to discern for the first time in her life how it is not so bad and it is possible for her to have the outcome or result that she's wanted all her life? And for the first time, she has transformational insight that shifts how she sees the problem, shifts how she sees the world through your system, and shifts how that outcome or result is possible for her today if she says yes to herself. That is super important to how to ask for the sale, because when you do that, you realize that asking for the sale the old way is dead. This is how to ask for the sale this year, next year, in the future. This is how high ticket sales is shifted this year, next year, and for the future. This is what supports your client to ask for the sale. This is what supports your client to apply to work with you, because now she's pre-qualified. She knows you're the one for her. She shows up on the sales conversation, and you ask better, powerful questions, and you listen to her actively. And then when there's a pause, a hesitation, a body language, a movement, a laugh, a nervous laugh, a tick, you realize, oh gosh, I get to clarify. You ask a clarifying question that gets to the bottom of the thing that she's been hiding from even herself. So that you get to learn the thing about your client that she did not even know about herself. When you do that, that is asking for the sale. That is how to ask for the sale. It's not a strategy, a three-line script. It's none of that. It's showing up and being the woman who God says that you are. To actively be present, taking yourself out of the picture and putting the lens on your client, so that she sees that you see her so powerfully, you hold her so powerfully, you understand her so powerfully. And then she gets to trust herself, to be confident enough to say yes to herself, or a powerful no to herself. That is how to ask for the sale. It's simple. It's uncomplicated, and it's the future of high ticket sales. Let me know how this lands for you.